Hello, and welcome back to another video. My name is Farhan, also known as Gunner since '96, and you are joining me here today for my match day preview. We are literally maybe an hour away from kickoff, and it is a big one. It's a big one, ladies and gentlemen. It is Arsenal versus Manchester City at the Emirates Stadium, and there are 3 points to play for. A lot of fans are saying, well, we can write this game totally off because the way that City have been playing lately, the form that they're on, no chance. Arsenal have no chance. I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic. In this video, I'm going to talk about the team lineup. I'm going to talk about the way that Arsenal should approach this game, the form that Man City go into, the form that Arsenal go into, the general build-up, as well as whether I think players like Bukayo Saka, Smith-Rowe, Aubameyang, whether our key strong players should start against City or not. So if you want to find out what my predicted starting 11 is, stay tuned for that, which will come later on in the video. Once again, thanks for joining me. I was meant to release a video yesterday, but I didn't because Arteta... Well, I mean, a press conference was released, but it was a very shoddy one. It was just sound bites and odd clips here and there, which wasn't really good enough. It didn't satisfy the urge to talk about much in that press conference. But look, Pep had a few good things to say about Arteta. I think Mourinho said some good things in the past as well. A lot of managers, a lot of big managers have been giving us a lot of credit, especially Arteta, and especially the way that we've been playing football. And something that Pep said was that we've improved in every game that we've played in. We've looked stronger than the opposition in the last few games that we've played in. And our build-up play in the final, going into the final third, is excellent. So that gives me confidence going into this game. And I'm also confident for a few other reasons as well. Number one, Man City are 10 points clear at the top. No one is chasing them. If United beat Newcastle tonight, they reduce that deficit. That's considering if Arsenal beat City. But they're well and truly on their way to winning another Premier League trophy. Having said that, they've also got a Champions League fixture against Mönchengladbach on Wednesday, which is the crucial one for them. If they're looking at both of those games, they are absolutely prioritising the Champions League game on Wednesday because they haven't won a Champions League. And this is ultimately Pep's biggest downfall. If he doesn't win a Champions League at City by the time he retires or leaves or whatever he decides to do, move on, that would have, me personally, I would consider his time at City as a massive failure. Doesn't matter how many quadruples you win, doesn't matter how many Premier League trophies you win, when you spend the amount that City do season in, season out, you're expected to win the Premier League. If you don't win the Champions League, then there's issues. Then we have a real problem. Pep will know that. Pep will also know how much he struggled to play well in the Champions League last 16 quarterfinals. I don't know whether I can't remember whether they've gotten into a semi-final or not. I think they did, and they beat City, didn't they? Or not. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Ajax that they beat to go to the finals. But anyhow, look, Man City haven't gone to a Champions League final, especially under Pep Guardiola. He's going to prioritise that, meaning that they are going to change as well. They are going to rotate their squad a little bit. But when you're talking about a Man City side that rotates, you're talking about a squad with so much depth in it. Like, it doesn't really matter who they play because every single one of their players are top-notch. The last game they played against Everton, they won 3-1. Foden, Mahrez and Silva were the goals. This was their starting 11. They had Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo at the back, Foden, Hernandez and Silva in midfield, and then Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus and Sterling up front. And on the bench, they had Stones, Aguero, Zinchenko, De Bruyne, Mendy, Fernandinho. It is ridiculous the amount of talent that they have in this team, and they are having one of the best runs of the season. If they're having the best run of the season, they're going through the best period right now. They didn't start off the season very well. Liverpool are absolutely demolished, and City have gone through their rough patch and they're now picking up. But this is a Man City side that is beatable. You know, I mean, to say that this Man City side that we're facing are invincible, it's impossible to win against, is, for me, it's a bit unfair to say. They've lost 2, they've drawn 5, they've won 17. I mean, they've had a really, really good form of games. But earlier on in the season, it wasn't all, sunshine and goals and victories. So I think, look, if you approach the game well, you can beat a Man City side. Arsenal, on the other hand, come to this game on the back of a 1-1 draw against Benfica. A very, very poor result. Arteta played the same 11 players that he did against Leeds. What's the starting 11 going to be like against City? I'm going to give our prediction right now. I believe that Leno will start in goal. I believe that there will be I think Arteta will go for a very rotated side. I don't know how extreme he'll go to rotating. Obviously, you need to take into consideration that you're playing the best team in the Premier League right now, who are there for the taking. I believe, anyway, that they are there for the taking. And so it might be worth rotating, but not as much. Maybe 2 or 3 players. So having said that, I think Bellerin will start on the right-hand side. I think Holding will come back into the side, and I think he will play alongside David Luiz or Gabriel, because it's tricky trying to pick this starting 11, because when I am thinking about who's going to play where, at the back of my mind I've got Benfica, inevitably, because that tie is wide open. And so we need our best players, we need our best, strongest 11, but we also need the strongest 11 best to be catered for Benfica. So the best starting 11 against Man City might not necessarily mean the best starting 11 for Benfica. So having said that, I think Holding with David Luiz, with Gabriel, I'll go with Gabriel. Holding and Gabriel for me, 2 of the most consistent centre-backs at Arsenal. Holding has been brilliant. Maybe brilliant's pushing it. He's been really good. He's been really consistent in his performances, and I think his centre-back partnerships have helped him to look good. With Gabriel, you've got someone who has a really good performance in him. It has the capability to do a really good defensive job. If you have a solid defender sitting alongside Holding, it works. And so I'm hoping that they will start together. Does Kieran Tierney start for me? If he is back to full fitness, I'd play Kieran Tierney. If he's back to 100% full fitness and he's ready for game time, I would put him back into the starting 11 and hope that he is also available for Benfica. Kieran Tierney is the type of guy who you know what you're going to get from him. You know he's going to give you 110%, and you know that he's going to want to play every single game. He's very similar to Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe. The engines they have in them is so young, so fresh, and they're just raring to go every 2 or 3, every other game that's in between 2 or 3 days. And so if Kieran Tierney is available, put him on the left. And Bellerin on the right, I will leave him there because I would like Cedric to play in the Europa League. In the middle, we don't have many options as a centre-mid partnership because obviously Partey is still out. I'm hoping there'll be good news. I'm hoping he'll be able to come back for the Benfica game. It doesn't look likely that he will. Maybe against Leicester. But in any case, we'll be without him. So ideally, I think we will have to go for a Xhaka playing alongside either Ceballos or El Neni. Does it make much of a difference if you play Xhaka and Ceballos in the Premier League and then in the Europa League? Well, we did see a difference in performance against Benfica when they had played incredibly well against Leeds. So I would like to see Mohamed El Neni play alongside Granit Xhaka in this game, because I want Ceballos to be fresh and I want him to be at the top of his game. And if it means that Partey returns, then maybe you play Ceballos and Elneny together, so that Xhaka is fit, Partey is fit, they come in together and they're fresh and they're ready to go. But if I have to pick a centre mid partnership, I would have to go for Xhaka and Elneny. I mean, I've explained it. I don't think I need to go into any more details. But the most interesting part of this starting 11 lineup won't be what happens at the back. It's what's going to be going on at the front, because we've got so many options. Against Benfica, I was hoping to see the likes of Pepe, to see Lacazette, potentially Martinelli as well start. They didn't, but when they came on, talking about Martinelli and Pepe, they made an instant difference. And so against City, I mean, if I'm thinking about who I want to start against Benfica, I would like a fully fit Emile Smith-Rowe, a fully fit and sharp Saka. I would like Aubameyang to start. So bearing that in mind, I think in this game, I would like to see Pepe on the left-hand side. I would like to see Odegaard in the middle as a number 10. By default, we don't have many other options but to play Willian on the right-hand side and then Lacazette up front as a sole striker. That's worrying for me, because Willian cannot link up with anyone on the pitch. He doesn't have the intelligence. He doesn't have the technique and the ability to play with alongside anyone. So is it the case that we see Willian playing as a number 10, Odegaard playing on the right, Pepe on the left, and then Lacazette through the middle? You can also have Martinelli down the middle, up front by himself, Pepe on the left, Odegaard in the middle, and then Willian on the right. Or you even have the potential to play Aubameyang on the left, Pepe on the right, Odegaard down the middle, and Lacazette up front, or Martinelli up front. There are a number of different variations to do this. If it was me, personally, how I think Arteta will go for, what type of attacking partnership link-ups he will go for, I think he'll play Pepe on the left. I think he will play Willian in the middle as a number 10. I think Odegaard will be pushed out onto the right and Lacazette up front by himself. That's what I think. In order to win this game, Arsenal need to be nothing less than brilliant. They need to be absolutely perfect in all aspects of the pitch. Defensively, we need to be tight. We know what Man City are going to play like. I mean, who knows? Pep might say to them, look, you guys sit back, allow Arsenal to come to you, then hit them on a counter-attack. Because with the amount of pace that they have up front in Sterling, in Mahrez, in Gabriel Jesus, switching of play with Foden, I mean, bloody hell, how can I forget Foden and De Bruyne? They might be happy to sit back, preserve their energy, and then break and wait for Arsenal to come at them. And Arsenal and Arteta might say, we need to play it cautiously, but we need to be dominant. If we're to beat this City side, we need to be dominant. And if Arsenal are dominant, if they take the game to Man City, they need to be absolutely perfect in the way that they attack that game, in the way that they go to move together as a team in an attacking sort of formation. There is no space for mistakes. No one can slip up. We can't have any dodgy passes. We can't have any players losing the ball. Every pass needs to be purposeful. Every move needs to have meaning behind it. We need to take the opportunities. Most importantly, in front of goal, when we get opportunities, we need to make them count. And so what do I think will happen in the course of that 90 minutes? I genuinely believe Arsenal have every chance to win this game. And I think that a 2-1 result is on the cards. We can get a 2-1 result against a Man City side. And some people might think I'm deluded, but for all the facts that I've stated, the fact that they are 10 points clear, psychologically they're pretty much set on winning the Premier League. They're going to be a little bit more comfortable than they were. And to know that they've also got a Champions League game coming up, which is going to be at the back of their minds, because the Champions League is the trophy that they need to prioritise this season. And with all those sort of reasons in place, Arsenal are going to be playing as Man City side, who are maybe quite vulnerable right now. And if we take advantage, we can win this game. We can get 3 points. progress up the table, which is looking a lot more, condensed than it was before, with Everton beating Liverpool. Liverpool are now 6th. Tottenham have a game in hand as well. Everton have a game in hand as well. But look, it's shaping up to be really, really tight at the top there. And Arsenal have every chance to get back up there in the conversations to get European football, whether it be a Europa League place or who knows, even a Champions League place. I mean, you just don't know anymore. And yeah, that's basically my preview and my predictions for this game. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you think the result will be, what you think the outcome will be, whether Bukayo Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe will start. I don't think so. I think Arteta needs to rest them. I think Aubameyang needs to be rested. I think these guys need to be 100% sharp and ready against Benfica, because that will be the biggest game of our season. And we can't afford any slip-ups there. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and hit that bell notification to be notified every time I release a video. I try and release a piece of content every single day, and I will continue to do so. So if you're an Arsenal fan and you're looking for Arsenal content, consider subscribing. But look, I'm going to leave it there. I'll be back tomorrow for a post-match reaction video where hopefully Arsenal win. But until then, stay home, stay safe, and enjoy the match. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.